And we are live. Hello, welcome to some Planet Coaster. Some of you might be wondering, Uthris, why is the map blank? And some of you might be just now noticing the title of today's stream. We're in Planet Coaster today, not to build a theme park, not to build a parking lot, but to kind of play a little bit of train simulator here. So I was in Japan for 2 weeks here not too long ago, about a week ago. I was over there, and I got to talking to Elmox, who's one of the people that went with us from the Rat Pack community, and he got me a little bit excited about some model trains and things like that. So you can see it on the screen on the top right there, but that is the Series 225. We took this train from the airport to kind of our first area. I believe it was Osaka. So he wanted to build a diorama, and I offered to kind of make a mock-up of it for him. So he gave me some ideas. So we are gonna go ahead and make the train and then base everything around the train so we have a sense of scale here. Hey, Heatwave Johnson, Remora Fish, Bubblegum Toothpaste. Good morning from Indonesia. Well, good evening from America. It's good to see me again. Yeah, it's weird to be in Planet Coaster, but I would have done this in like another kind of game to probably be better suited for train models. However, I think Planet Coaster is kind of my go-to when it comes to build. How far is Japan? Exactly 12 hours away. And forward, so they're about 12 hours ahead of us or so. So right now it would be 7:36 a.m. in Japan. Hello, Lee. Hello, hello. All right, so the 225 series here, I'm gonna have to be able to convert millimeters. I'm not too great at that from my understanding. Okay, so each car, it's about what looks to be 19 meters long and about 3 meters wide. Floor height is 3 feet 8 inches, but that's about 1 meter and some change. So let me go ahead and grab this. This is a 3 meter piece that I'm kind of using to dictate height here. So the floor of the train is going to be about there. That means people stand about that high up on the platform to get on. All right. How are Jasper and Ashley? They are both fine. Hello, Fates Games. Okay, so that is the floorboard. Let's see what the height is. Does it give me the height? Wikipedia, you don't want to give me the height, do you? Let's see. How tall is this thing? The train has more than one floor. No. It's a single story if you take a look at it. In fact, I'll make this bigger so you can see. It's the thumbnail for today's video. So you can see it's just a nice express metro kind of line here. And we're going to see how well we can make this. So let me get this back into more of a standard size. Too big. That's a little bit better. Okay. Where is... It really doesn't say how high they are. Let me see if I can Google this real quick. You guys might be able to help me out with this if you want at some point, if I'm looking for stats on this thing. 225 series train height. It still doesn't tell me the height. Like, all it's going to give me is the length, the width, and That's it. Wow. Okay, well I might have to eyeball it here. So if the floor is about, Cuba has trains, but I've never been on one, and the Bahamas is too small for one. Ah, well, the Japanese rail lines that I were on were pretty darn amazing. Actually, I'm gonna raise this all up because technically, I'm assuming they measure everything from wheel height. So wheel height should be about there. Okay, stop shooting the bow, archer guy. Okay. Someone named Ashley joined. Well, that's funny. Ashley's also the name of my girlfriend. Yay. Alright, let's see what we can do about trying to find up a measurement here. I have another screenshot open at the moment. So that's about 1, 2, 3, and some change. So what we'll do is about 3 and then lay it flat for some change. See, that just feels too tall now. Not wide enough. Maybe we should just stick with 3. So we'll say 9 meters. All right, drag this up for the top there. Cool. Keep in mind that is floor height. Okay. So just like when we were building the boat, I'm gonna have to make a box and then go from there. Oh no, it's, oh man, they want you to get pizza? Get some food. Sounds like a terrible day. All right, so we got that. Okay. Flip this around. Get our box shape though. I'm pretty sure it is slightly curved. It'll be interesting to see if we can do that here in Planet Coaster, how well it'll go, as curved shapes usually aren't easy to do when you're doing something like this. Okay, so that's a rough box. Let's just copy this down. I think that'll be fine. So how's everyone's weekend going? Hope it's going okay. Okay. Just make sure this lines up perfectly. So corner to corner, corner to corner. Okay, it does. So that's roughly the size of the train here. At least one car of it. I think he has the 4-car variant. So if you think about it, his would kind of feel like that. And this train can either do a 4-car variation or 8-car, so twice as long if you wanted to see the 8-car variant, which is about probably something like that. So you can see, just picture how many people can fit on these things, and they definitely pack them full. Hey Edward, how's it going? Okay, the front end. In fact, I might use this image as what we're kind of looking at. So let me save this real quick. Change our image here to this. There we go. This is a little bit more of a proper image. of what I'm about to do. I'm gonna design the front end of this. There's not that many side shots of it, so I might have to look at the model train for the side shots. So let's see how all this goes. All right, so the floor of the train needs to come out to here. And it kind of looks like that bumper, the bumper that's about, if I can see my cursor, about right starting here, lines up with what I perceive to be the floor. So, in theory, this, I do that, and I do have some wiggle room with length, because again, I didn't do the exact length. That way we can kind of jut forward and it'll still be somewhat accurate. So this is where the floor lines up. And let's find something to use for the floor here. Probably going to be a window, because that's the smoothest large piece that we can use. So let's see which one will work here. Which window did I usually use for this? This one? Yeah, there we go. So something like this. I don't know if I'll do the interior of the train, by the way. I might put in some windows. But the whole interior, maybe not. It's not relevant. The diorama is more relevant, so I think just getting the train outline good and maybe some of the window effects is all I will need for this. Boop, boop. Okay, so that is there. Hey, Ballet Guy, how's it going? Okay, so there's a bit of a door out front, and I'm not gonna keep this, but I'm gonna use a door kind of as a template. I don't think that's the door I want. I want something a little bit more narrow. There we go. It's raised. So this is about roughly how big a door is in Planet Coaster for scale's sake. And then I'll build a custom frame, something a little bit more sleek, like you guys can see in the corner there. Okay, and then windows. I'll probably just use a window for scale as well. Let's see. It's a little bit more than halfway up. Wish I had more exact measurements to go off here. That would be nice. You know, this might actually be too high. I did need to be more like that. All right, go. Let's grab our wonderful art shapes now. Because this thing is going to be using pretty much only art shapes for most of this. So here is the front for the most part. The color is going to be a, kind of a smoky gray. It goes slightly smaller. Didn't you say something about YouTube in Japan? Oh, Pento. Pento, Pento, Pento. The guy who arrives late to Japan and then tries to give me shit. Yes, Pento. How's it going, sir? Okay, so we got that. Let's work on the front. In fact, I'm just gonna color this the same gray. Error, just throwing out all the hearts. In fact, this needs, at least for the time being, I'm going to color this too. just so we can see what we're working with. Let's get this gap right. Probably inset a little bit there. Here as well. Take it to the edge. Take it to the limit. There we go. Bottom of this little skirt here. In fact, this part's curved. So it actually rounds this corner. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna let this thing round out. And the cool thing is, if I get this train to look right, we could in theory use it for Alpine Odyssey. This could be the train in the Metro Center. How cool would that be? That. I am terrible with names, sadly. So, sadly I don't. But that's okay. I've been gone for months. So, welcome back. There we go. It's kind of the right shape. It's not steep enough, but again, I'm using Planet Coaster to make a model train, so it's not gonna be perfect on the first go around here. Oh, well, kind of makes it hard to know who you are if you change your name. I'll get rid of this. Okay, that worked, surprisingly. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, when I was doing Gold Rush the game. Error. Man, just let's not spam like single word phrases. And hearts. Emoji spam's not cool, man. Question's gonna become, do I want How's it going, Rick? Do I want to actually build the coupling? Probably not, to be honest. Let's see, let's do. Let's do something like that, but that's too large, so we can build our own here. Sync that in. Okay. Decent start. Decent start. I might get rid of these and replace them with this so that I can get a little bit more fine control on this seam. Good. That's better. A little bit more clean. All right, we're gonna have a little lip on the front. Yeah, something like that. This is what's going to, let's get rid of that door. I don't need it anymore. Hashtag cat cam. Cat cam is impossible considering there's no cat in this room. Otherwise, we could maybe talk about doing a cat cam. So we got that. Looks like this is curved. Very similar. Where is Jasper at? Jasper is asleep on my bed in the other room. I was hoping he would have been dead by now, but alas, he's still alive. Don't bring him in here. Meow. Ashley has betrayed my trust and brought in the cat. Hey, Jasper.
There you go.
Want to meow at the microphone? Huh? Oh, adorable. Did Aya go with me to Japan? No, she stayed here. What about that screen on top of that reference? Screen on top of the reference. Are you talking about the screen with the text or what? I don't know what you're really referring to. All right. What? Why do I want Jasper dead? Because he's a cat. The text? No, I'm not. No way we're gonna get that kanji or hiragana katakana in there. That's way too small of a detail, I think. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think so the door frame kind of goes through here a little bit. My gaming setup, it's in the About section of my YouTube channel. It's really not all that interesting, I don't think. At least for me to do a video about it. I kind of bought a pre-built computer, so I'm not really, I don't know. What about the headlights? Well, we might try and suggest for the headlights, I don't know. I don't know. Your uncle works for the railway. He's the manager. That's pretty cool. Choo choo. All right, let's get the actual door in here. Now, the nice thing about this train is it's pretty modern with its materials. It's kind of plastic, light metals. So it shouldn't be too difficult to make what we want here. I say shouldn't, but you kind of never know. And trains don't go toot toot, they go hoot hoot. That's an owl. You just described an owl. Okay, so we have that. Let's get some of these windows placed. I would say it starts probably about there for scale reasons. What is this for? So, those of you kind of tuning in a little bit later, went to Japan not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago. One of the people on the trip, Elmox, got me into model trains, and he wanted to possibly build a diorama of the train you're looking at, for the train you're looking at on the screen right now. And I told him I could maybe give him a little bit of a rough draft for him and just use Planet Coaster to make it. And also, in theory, we can use this same train in Alpine Odyssey as our metro kind of line here. So even the window has a bit of a kind of roundness to it. And for this to work, this needs to be the edge. So we're going to delete that. Nope, keep that. And just move this in until that is the edge. Kind of like so. Now we can delete that. Delete this. Move this around. And for those of you kind of wondering what I did in Japan, if you follow me on Twitter, I do have some pictures of some of the drawings I did when I was over there. They were really fun to do. And also, Raptor did some live streams, and I'm in some of those. Okay. By their error, unless you're saying that in error, in which case, hello. Let's put that about there. Okay. And the window kind of has, kind of juts out from the body a little bit, just a little bit. Up, and up. Okay, so once we round the top and start maybe getting some more trim on this, it might start looking a little bit more accurate, but as a base shape, so far this is okay. I'm not gonna get all the angles right, like how it kind of bulbs out just a little bit more. Oh, I might be able to, hold on. I think it does that after this. So like right here, maybe like a half step. All right, get in real close. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a better shape. It's a little bit more readable. Just a bit. And then what we can do is eventually kind of run this seam all the way down, kind of like that, which could be cool. Because it does have a bit of a jut. kind of going down it like this. Which would be good to get in. And then it goes vertical for a bit, and then it'll jut again at the top. Probably, I'll try and do 30 degrees at the top. I think that would look good. Okay. Now how far back this goes is a bit of a mystery. I have yet to find a good picture of the side view of this train. So I'm just gonna go 1 and maybe a half out. And I'll even have to angle it here as well. And like that. Make it vertical again, and we'll do like a 15-degree slope. So that's like the side skirt, the little front there. I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for this side, or at least not this part. This I can. Make that kind of blend in. Start like that. Rotate this 15 degrees. Go up to there. Rotate it 15 degrees back. Cool. Line this up this window edge a bit. Grab this panel, drag it on over, get rid of that. Go ahead and just shove this in the middle too. That other screen is this. I may not be able to duplicate so easily. Bye, FAs. Have a good evening. Didn't know this channel was still alive. It's kind of not. I mean, it's not active, at least. At least very active. I stream a little bit from time to time, more or less randomly. But I'm still really busy with work. And I'm not enjoying work, so yeah. Now I guess making a good comeback here lately. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a comeback. Because if you do, the Uthris might get scared and flee. I have to find something else to make that, or not. Okay. over. Cool. All right, new height, something like that. I want a little bit of an overhang here. There we go. Swing this in about there, right? Yep. Hey, Nadesco, how are you? Don't feel like the width is reading quite right. I don't know if I made it slightly too narrow or what. Finally off a Saturday? Well, congratulations. Gonna need you to come in on Sunday, though. Unfortunately, you work every Sunday. That sucks. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to go into work tomorrow. I meant to today, but why do it today when I could do it tomorrow? Need a sphere. Okay, get this like that. World access. And then just like that. Okay, what do you guys think so far? Does it look somewhat correct here? I want to say maybe the way the light is hitting this picture is kind of picking up some of this in the light side, like the rounded corner, making it look wider than it is. Or I just really made it way too narrow. Slowly getting the feeling that I just made it too narrow. Let's see what Archer Guy does in the door here. I mean, that looks about right. All right, so we got that shade darker. Bit of a Pac-Man effect right there. Okay, we got that. I think we can get away with making this darker too. Kind of like that. In which case, we might not even need this, and I can just get away with using a straight piece again anyways. Boop. Oh, that's okay. That works for me. Boo, boo, boo. Ah, see, what I did was just not take anyone else with me and just go with people that paid for themselves because I'm cheap. But I do hope you get to go to Japan. I absolutely love the place. And I want to return. Hey, Green Block 12. How's it going? All right, let's search for pipe. Nah, I don't like that. I might find some, oh, maybe a display screen thing. Let's see. Windshield wiper 1, windshield wiper 2. Oh man, sometimes the scale is just not going to work out in this game. Like, these lights are now considered to be huge. Kind of works though, so. Suppose it is fine. Okay, I think that works. So All right. So that worked out. Now, how do I copy this little bend over to the other side? That's going to be the question. Because if I do it wrong, it's just going to make the whole thing look funky. Real funky. Okay, so that it does clip like that. So accurate. Good. Hey William, how are you? Oh please, I've wished for symmetry in this game for so long, and it's just not gonna happen. Oh, YouTube didn't notify you? Of course not. Because YouTube probably thinks I'm dead. Watch my whole series? Which one? Oh boy. What is this? Is this angled at a specific angle, or did I just eyeball that? I eyeballed it, of course I did. Uther's gotta learn not to do that anymore. Like my building skills? Thanks. Okay. You're having Sprite and you love Sprite. Well, that's good. Sprite is, it's a pretty good drink. Okay. Oh, I think that worked. Could be wrong. Okay. Oh, I feel like I can breathe now a little bit. Sometimes you just kind of keep working and you feel like you're going crazy. This is not the right shape, by the way. It needs to be more steep. But with limitations on how I can actually paint a rounded cylinder in Planet Coaster, I think what we have here is about as best as one could really get. Boom. Okay. You're eating spaghetti. Well, thank you for the food update. Much appreciated. What? Pretty good there, Mark. Doing the classic, you're gonna make something and you just drove over there because, there you go. Is this really an arch? It is. Let's try, what did I do for this? I think I did this. Yep. this side not wide enough? Am I just going to widen it a little bit? Get a recenter here. Okay, well, I think that worked. Surprisingly. Well, from far away, at least it has kind of the right color scheme and layout. It's not wide enough, I don't think still. At least at the top. This is fine. This kind of stays narrow. It's just this gets about, I think, almost like a full length of that wider. Am I gonna do more timber and stone videos? I mean, that game's dead. So probably not. I mean, if it got updated maybe, but right now, it's abandoned. Okay. Front RimWorld? Don't know. I know RimWorld is complete, but should have streamed the new water and rail mods for Medieval Engineers. I don't know. I like Medieval Engineers, but I'm also extremely disappointed in Medieval Engineers. It has a slower development time than freaking Space Engineers, and technically, in my opinion, it's a simpler game. It's been 3 months since you last watched me. Oh, well, welcome to whatever it is you're doing now. Just trim that off a bit here. Scrap mechanic? Yeah, scrap mechanic has definitely a similar issue. Plus, scrap mechanic's just terribly optimized to the point to where, you know, even if you have a cool idea for something, I mean, it's just going to be a pain to build, and you can't really show it off because it'll just lag, and Like what I do to test Scrap Mechanic to see how well it's optimized is just load one of my original builds of that tank. That Panzer 3/4 kind of combination. And if it doesn't run well, then I kind of know nothing's changed. All right, bush campers, see you. Okay. It is getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, that ain't too bad, and it's got 3 doors on each side. 3 double doors on each side. I feel like I still have the height wrong. I think maybe the reason it looks so like not wide enough is because I have the height wrong. Because right now this is pretty high in there. And I want to say the height should only be that tall. Train station and the Resident Evil house are two of your faves? Oh, well, thank you, Mark. Which train station? Train station. Did I make a train station? I mean, I made metro stations, but they don't really, they're not. Oh, I think you're talking about the train station in the European district, aren't you? Hey Joe, how's it going? It's funny how that kind of instantly makes it look wider because the proportions change from a very narrow rectangle to more of a square shape. Let's undo that a bit. Well, folks, if nothing else, this is a good tutorial on get your proportions correct earlier on than I am. So you don't have to rework giant swaths of your stuff. So now we can just make this a little bit more narrow and we'll get the kind of the right thing here. So let's grab all of it real quick. Just move it to the side. Get rid of that and that. And then let's get rid of that and that and that. And now bring them back. Okay. Let's actually center something off of this. So this is the center point. Let's grab a column. Just grab a 1 meter. that on each side. So let's go grab this, move it over, grab this, move it over about there, get rid of these giant panels, don't really need those. This can come forward, get rid of the wood. Okay, put this back, see how it looks. I think that kind of fixed it. Don't you guys? Feels like it actually kind of gets a little wider now, and I actually didn't make it much, if at all, any wider. Okay. Good, good, good. Nice. Okay. No such thing as being late there, William Jonathan. Alright, sorry, I was just looking through some more screenshots, making sure some of the stuff looked correct still. So pretty soon we'll have to do the suspension and wheels. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and copy the front to the back. I need to use world access, don't I? Because relative is like off a little bit, I think. There we go. World access for the win. Okay. And the cars, now I'm not sure, to be honest, if this is, if this has a cabin on both ends. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me see if I can look at the 225 Cato model. Images. You know, I get the feeling, but I'm not 100% sure. It is not. So what I think they do is on like, let's see, Cato model box 225 series. Yeah. So what they do is they put a engine on the front and the back of the train, or at least the front end is only on the front and back of the whole train, and then the middle are just passenger cars. Let's see. Open image, a new tab. That's a low quality image there. Tool size, large. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to find a good image of the model here. Not only, oh, these are really good images. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Let me drag this over to here, and then, yeah, turn that on. There we go. So this and this is what we're gonna need here soon. So we can kind of see what the undercarriage is going to be like for our train. And also what the difference is between the drive and all the window placement and stuff on the side. This is going to be important. Okay, going straight into Japanese there. I can't read Japanese anymore. Well, right now Google Translate is saying that you just said, "Hello, I am Japan. You currently live in Australia." At least that's what that says. So, you are Japanese? I guess, no? Boku wa ni hanji desu. Don't know. But if you are Japanese currently living in Australia, that's cool. Or if you're an Australian trying to use Japanese, that's cool too. Okay. Now let's get the placements of these doors. So the door is going to be in the middle, or at least one will be. So first things first, I'm going to fix these gaps. Just like that. In the middle, thought I had one of these. Mark in the middle. I am fluent in Japanese. I mean, I'm not. No. I know very, very little. Boku no namae wa uthers toimasu. Oh. But it's not that great, to be honest. My Japanese is not great. All right, let's get a measuring stick out here. I want to make sure this is the correct length still. Or at least find the middle point, because I kind of lost it over here. There we go. So that is the original length. So 8, 16, and then I used a 2 and a half of a 2 to make it up to 19 meters. So 8 ends there. 8 plus 3 is 11. So that's not what I want. Sadly, 19 doesn't really divide too well, so I have to use 1 meters for this little calculation. 9.5. So this should be, in theory, the exact middle of the train. And then let's do, because I don't know the measurement, I'm just going to have to eyeball it here. For 5 meters, 5 meters. So double door here, double door starting here, in between here is windows. It's probably gonna be the best I can do. So let's use this door frame here. Not necessarily make it twice as wide, just a bit wider. Something like that. Actually, maybe one more. Just to get some width. This will be a door frame. And then we'll do another door right here. And another one right there. Another door, all the doors. Okay. Move this guy over. Go back to some art shapes. We'll just panel all this in and then adjust it as we need to. Might help if I use the right axis setting. Why am I making this? Probably weren't here earlier for the explanation, but I was in Japan about 2 weeks ago, and a friend got me into model trains, and as a thank you, I'm going to design a diorama layout for him for his some of the trains that he got when he was in Japan. Why is that angled? That's not quite right. You like trains as well? Me too. And this is a train we actually rode on in Japan. So this is the 225 series express shuttle from the airport in Osaka. So we were actually on this train here. So those are the doorways. Now, let's just add some panels for the door. Think window's probably about that big. Not bad. Not a bad start, I don't think. Okay, though. Sadly, I think I need to end this stream here. I have some things I want to do tonight, and I do have to go into work tomorrow. So I might actually stream some more of this build throughout the week. There's a lot that I want to do. I want to build the whole diorama, so we're starting with the train. But we will be making the passenger cars. We will be making the actual train line. And then a Shinkansen track nearby. And then some rice fields and traditional Japanese building. And then some urban buildings for this whole diorama thing. Yeah, if you guys like this project and stuff, stick around. We'll be back later to continue it. And thanks for coming out. And I'll see you guys in the next little video here. Bye.